Whoever said that it doesn't rain, it pours, probably had Jay-Z in mind. Cause tell me why things just keep popping up about him in the last couple of weeks. Well, guess what? Allegedly, people have found the missing piece to Cathy White's case, and it has everything to do with Claudia Jordan. Word on the street is that Jay-Z paid Claudia to lie about what happened to Cathy, which is why she said the allegations about him unaliving her are false. And I don't know if she's blackmailing him to give her more cash or whatever is happening, but allegedly behind the scenes, she's threatening to spill the beans. The streets are saying that Claudia Jordan is rumored to have had her life threatened because of what she knew, and there was an incident, but they told the public it was a drunken accident. But that's allegedly all about to change, cause she's about to sing like a bird. Also, I don't know where people got this info, but I've seen some claims that Kim Porter also knew about this particular case, and even, again, allegedly, wrote about it. Maybe we can finally solve this Cathy White's issue. So how about we just get right to it? So initially, when Claudia was being spammed with messages about what happened to Cathy, she responded to people who told her that she should tell the truth about what happened. And according to what she said at the time, they randomly just ran into Jay-Z, and that the story was just put out by a reporter who was trying to ruin her reputation because they had been paid by her ex. Heck, she even said that she didn't know Cathy like that.
So it would not be rare or odd to see a Diddy, a Jay-Z, an Eve, this or that, Little Kim. They would be out there for that. We randomly ran into him. Now, the second time we saw him, he was definitely out there and he had a show. Okay, he had a concert. And he was not paying my friend no mind. Like, we were all there and he was just like polite. And he was not flirting with no one. There was nothing going on. So I need y'all to stop with this false narrative. A blogger, Jackie Jasper of Hollywood Street King, put this story out in 2008 because he was fed it from my hating ass ex that was trying to ruin my reputation. So he was taking any little things. Oh, she was doing this. It was doing. She's jealous that he hit on her, not her. It's not true, y'all. And y'all running with one source, and then Jaguar gets on and brings back up, and y'all believe it. Now, I'm not saying that she don't say some real stuff. I don't know her like that. But when it comes to me, I was never Diddy's girl. And if you had an address, I would serve you. But you don't, okay? If you had an address, I would serve you. Can't serve the homeless. I saw him in Vegas at a party.
In addition, Claudia also responded to someone who questioned where the whole narrative came from by saying, tons of pretty women have been allowed to be at the tables, sections of celebs with no funny business just for the look, and that is a known fact. But people really ran with this story. I never seen them talk at Tao. To say she was pregnant by him is freaking bananas. Oh, she also said that Cathy was with her boyfriend Malcolm when she died. No idea who Malcolm is and why he has never come out to either confirm or deny the allegation, but here's what Claudia said.
I saw him in Vegas at a party where Jay-Z was there, Diddy was there, my friend Cathy White that y'all keep trying to tie me into her death. It is not true. She was not having an affair with Jay-Z. She never told me she was messing with him. Matter of fact, when she died, she had a boyfriend. His name was Malcolm, and she died with him. I need y'all to stop this rumor that she was pregnant by Jay-Z. She never told me that. I never seen her pregnant. I seen her drinking. We went to Magic Mountain, Six Flags together and was on the rides. These are not things that people that are pregnant by superstars do. No. They try to protect that fetus. Mm-hmm. Okay? Yeah. So I need y'all to stop, and people keep saying this, and it pisses me off. I'm sure it doesn't make her family feel good to constantly see this being brought up, that she was this mistress. She never told me. I met her in Memorial Day weekend in 2008, okay? I went to Vegas with my friend Nikki Chu, so go ask her, okay? I've been not saying her name. She introduced me to her. We stayed in the same hotel room because back then
Well, even though Claudia said that she was not that close with Cathy, the pictures people saw of them together painted a different narrative, and people who were around back in the day swear that they were pretty close, and she was only downplaying the relationship because of Cathy's mysterious death, suspected to have been orchestrated by Jay-Z. The thing is, Cathy died mysteriously the year Beyoncé got pregnant with Blue, and she died shortly after doing an interview about her relationship with Jay-Z. Allegedly, Jay-Z had been smashing Cathy behind Beyoncé's back for longer than Jay and Beyoncé had even been married. But what was not so shocking at the time was the fact that Cathy was a close friend of Claudia Jordan, who was well known for allegedly being a homewrecker. Apparently, just like Claudia, Cathy had openly admitted to only messing with super rich guys, and that unless a man had a net worth of at least $50 million, she wouldn't pay him any attention, which means that Hova was a perfect catch for her. Now, things went wild when she and Claudia Jordan were spotted at Las Vegas's Tao nightclub, sitting at a table with Jay-Z and Diddy in 2010, and Bey was not present. They were there to see the Floyd Mayweather and Juana Manuel Marquez boxing match, with sources revealing that just before they attended the Sin City fight, Jay purchased a $2,500 pair of Louis Vuitton shoes for Cathy to wear that evening. Apparently, Jay also requested her bring a few friends to ride with them that evening so that it would not look like they were a thing. Then, during their time in Vegas, Jay also took Corey gambling at the Bellagio casino, and once again he insisted on Corey bringing a few friends to their table in an attempt to cover their public appearances. The next thing people knew, Cathy just died. Coincidentally, 2 weeks before she passed on, Cathy was contacted by a major tabloid that was investigating the Jay-Z connection. She gave them little information to go on, but according to one of the sources, following her conversation with the tabloid, she called Jay and told him that she was going to go public with their affair for a price. I even know that the reporter who reached out to Cathy about the affair was Liz Crokin, and she said herself that she was working as a senior editor for Star magazine, and her boss asked her to look into online blog reports claiming that a woman named Cathy White, who friends called Corey, was having an affair with Jay-Z. Liz said, "I managed to get a hold of Cathy at her job in New York over the phone. During our first conversation, she denied having an affair with Jay-Z. Furthermore, she also claimed that she had never hung out with him or had even met him. I then uncovered photos of Cathy hanging with Jay-Z and Diddy, no less, at Tao nightclub in Las Vegas. So I called her back and asked her about the photo evidence that debunked her initial claim that she had never met or hung out with Jay-Z. At this point, Cathy expressed to me that she would consider going public with her story. Well, guess what? About 48 hours after the announcement that Beyoncé was pregnant with Jay-Z's baby, Cathy suddenly passed on under suspicious circumstances, and the cause of death was given as a brain aneurysm. According to Liz, days later she tried to reach her at work, with no luck, and she finally got a hold of one of her colleagues and asked her if she knew why Cathy had been MIA, and her colleague shockingly told her she was no more. Liz also said that sources told her that Cathy had told Jay-Z she was considering going public with Star via her after they talked. She said there were also online blogs that reported the same story, and she ran a small story on this that appeared in Star at the time. In addition, she said she wanted to pursue the story further, particularly investigate if she was indeed unalived, but she was discouraged from doing so, and her boss was not interested in running a follow-up piece. You know, Liz actually talked about the case not so long ago, and she said that she still believes that Cathy was unalived by none other than Jay-Z.
What do you mean she's dead? You know, what happened to her? This was just a beautiful, young, seemingly healthy 28-year-old woman. I was told that she didn't have any health issues, you know, and it was very shocking to hear. And her colleague did not know what happened to her or how she died or why she died, but all she knew is that she was dead. So obviously when I heard this, it was very troublesome and disturbing to find out that this woman who possibly was going to give me an exclusive story on her affair with one of the most powerful rappers in the world, that's very disturbing, and it certainly is very convenient for Jay-Z, isn't it, that she died.
Obviously, nobody believed that Cathy had just died, and there were even allegations that sources who knew both Jay-Z, Cathy, and inside information on her death strongly believed that Jay-Z had her unalived to silence her. Apparently, one source even told Liz that Jay-Z had law enforcement and even coroners in his back pocket, and the source also said that there are corrupt coroners in New York City who will rule homicides as natural deaths for cash. It also doesn't help that an NYPD detective had reported that Cathy's cause of death was uncertain, and the detective said that they had the autopsy and toxicology reports done to figure out what really happened to her. Here's what the detective said at the time. A 911 call came in from an apartment on 130 West 19th Street in Manhattan. Ambulance came and took Cathy because she was sick. They took her to the Beth Israel Hospital, and that's where she died. It was too early to be speculating an aneurysm. They will be doing an autopsy later today to check out her cause of death, but someone might have given Cathy a bad bad drug, so they'll do a toxicology, and we'll have to wait 2 weeks for that report. Baby, that new report never saw the light of day, meaning that someone worked really hard to make sure that no more information got out about the affair, and the cause of death was concluded as an aneurysm. Anywho, what people are saying now is that the one person who may have the answers we need is Claudia. There was actually a blind item on Crazy Days and Nights that exposed how Claudia may have information saying, "This A-list host/model is also an actress. Our host has always stayed quiet about the death of her friend, but has become more convinced over the years that the permanent A+ list rapper had her friend unalived. It just seemed too convenient that he wanted her out of the picture, and shortly after he said that, the friend ended up dead." The blind item later revealed the A-list host was Claudia Jordan, the rapper was Jay-Z, and Claudia's friend was Cathy. Well, when this whole drama blew up, people said that Claudia was being paid by Jay-Z to clear his name because the number of times she did interviews to try and debunk the narrative was just sus.
We all went to Magic Mountain together, and I hate that this girl who was such a beautiful girl is getting dragged. I met her I think it was like May when I went to Vegas, a mutual friend. We all hung out, and then we hung out that summer like a few months, and then some blogs started writing stories about her and him and me, and she just distanced herself from everybody and just was like, I'm not doing this, and took her away on social media. And then we didn't talk, and I was like, what? I go, I don't talk to blogs. I hate the whole tipping people off on the stuff. Like, I'm not into that. But I understood she was a very private person. And then, so we hung out for maybe 3 or 4 months. So when I say we weren't best friends, I wasn't trying to distance myself. I'm just trying to put it in context. We weren't besties. We were just getting to know each other. And about 2 weeks before she passed, I got a call from her out of nowhere. She's like, "Claudia, who's that blogger that was saying all that stuff about us?" I told her, I was like, "Yeah, he stay on my neck a lot." And she's like, "Yeah." And I think she's wanted to call and kind of squash it. I said, "Hey, I have nothing to lose right now, not for nothing.
Can I also mention that there were rumors that Claudia was at Cathy White's apartment cleaning up after the 911 call was made? And when photos of Claudia and Diddy being all cozy started making rounds, to some people, it all just added up. Basically, people are saying that Claudia flat out lied, but if word on the street is anything to go by, allegedly, she's now willing to spill on exactly what Cathy's autopsy revealed. You know, the one that never saw the light of day. Again, I don't know if it's because she wants more money from Jay-Z like y'all have suggested, but what I do know is that where there's smoke, there's fire. And I said, allegedly, this is also something Kim Porter knew. And while we may never get Kim's point of view, I guess we just have to wait and see what Claudia has to say if Jay-Z doesn't buy her silence again. I mean, this whole case has been crazy, but let me know whether you trust Claudia in the comments section below.